following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Go for another search.
Okay, you guys go back down again.
This time we're looking for threats again, and not loot.
That's not a very good. That's only 20.
31!
And you don't find a man. You don't think you see any threats.
That's the response we get a lot. Because he can't necessarily confirm if there is or isn't something there. Then when we get around the 30s, we tend to believe that we're safe. But this is underwater at night, so...
With no torch.
The lake is quite clear, for the most part. Used to be a bit murky, but it's quite clear water.
Should be
Ever since Soviet stole all of the filthy water and then the lake got cleaned up. It's had a couple of rain showers caused by some storms, the origin of which are you!
I helped the lake. Let's just put it that way.
You killed all the fish in it.
Of course they got lifted out with the ice.
They have to restock the fish.
And dumped on the...
I stole it.
What
They
have
made
they
up.
stocked the fish with, though?
And that's why that thing's in the lake
So
eating
let's
humans.
get another search check out of you. You're not done yet. Not by a long shot.
I'm also going to try those smaller ponds.
Well, let's finish off with the big pond first.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's only 20 as well.
You don't think you find anything.
22 on
You
surveillance.
don't think you find any threats. You're mostly certain you haven't seen any threats.
Mostly.
That's 33.
I suppose I did see Soviet.
33.
Yes.
You're fairly certain you don't find anything that you're looking for.
Okay. Oh, you're not even going to look for threats? Okay.
24.
You think you see something moving out the corner of your eye and you go closer to investigate. Roll again.
It's Soviet! Ah!
That's the worst thing to find in here.
Falls out loud. 32.
What you thought was some kind of big swimming fish turns out to have been a car tire caught up in some waving kelp-like growths that they deliberately cultivated down here. Just like moving ominously with the shadows in the night, just made it look like a big thing, but it was just like that. You decide to clean up by taking the tire out.
This isn't any good here. Take this back to the surface.
The Top Gear guys around here again, but they crash another car into the lake.
No!
Look what I found!
My God, I need a car.
22.
You don't find a man, but you do find some evidence of a person.
Oh.
In the form of a 1984 Lotus Esprit without one tire.
Oh, nice. Well, I can't say that. I think that.
It seems
That's
to have
cool.
crashed in here.
Anyone inside?
No, of course not. They'd be locked in.
Anything else inside? Check the boat.
Yeah.
And then I'll look inside the windows and see if I can see anything.
There appears to be some like brackets and things built in, like around the passenger side window. You don't know what they're for. There's another one on the dash. You don't really know what it's for.
No bodies in the whoever in like. Okay.
Does the door just open?
The window is down, so yes.
Check the
Oh, I could actually crawl inside.
Okay.
I'll also check the boot release.
It's a trap.
That's full
Sorry.
You open the boot. Sure you want to do that?
Yep.
Underwater and all? Just going to pop it open? Standing right in front of it?
Well, I mean, I'll be like slightly above it, swimming.
Okay.
But I'm presuming the boot isn't watertight, so yeah, I'll
Okay.
open it.
You open the boot. There are no bubbles or anything because the car is completely waterlogged. And inside, you see a wooden chest about this big, bound with brass, with a big padlock on the front. It's like one of those classic piratey things with the dome lid. It's about this large, about this large, about this large. And you're looking in the glove box.
Sure.
Okay, there's some completely waterlogged and useless laminated maps. There's like a bunch of markings all over them, and the word power written in big letters with exclamation marks with a big arrow running through the city.
Yeah.
There's a large brass key on a key ring with other keys, and a permit to video and entertainment program in America.
I'll take the keys.
And the maps.
Well, if you want the key, you have to ask the spirits.
Well, he tried that. They didn't
And
respond.
the key then asks the mountain. If the mountain is in a good mood, it puts the key in the river.
She's the key.
The river
Already said that.
polishes it up, makes it all shiny, and then you take the key out of the river and you make it into whatever you want. Arrowheads, useful trinkets, keys.
Well, that's where we went wrong. We're in a lake, not a river.
The river's not here right now.
Could be at any time.
Cool.
Swim to the surface. How heavy is the chest? Can I swim to the surface with it?
What's your strength?
As regular old me, 2.
Not easily.
Would you want a hand?
Spirit of the buffalo.
Oh, okay.
Buffaloes cannot breathe underwater.
That's alright, neither can I. It was holding my breath.
Stamina check.
Buffalo conveniently on the same page. 18.
Okay, you don't drown. You're both able to wrangle the chest to the surface.
With less impact.
Does it break on impact?
No.
Oh, what was that?
It was in the booth. It's a chest. Looks kind of old.
I wonder if this opens it.
Oh. That's
Check for
right.
traps. Check for traps.
We don't.
We don't have any trap checking abilities.
Right, so you ram the key into the padlock with
The big
gusto,
one. Yeah.
and you twist it violently. It's very rusty though. You can't twist it. Strength check.
7.
You are after much
No,
grunting.
6, sorry.
After very much grunting and effort in 5 minutes, you are able to grind the key around in the lock and open the padlock.
Take the padlock off.
Okay.
In the chest.
Okay. Inside the chest, the chest has been watertight this whole time. So, inside the chest is just a row of packaged Hostess TM Twinkie cakes are.
Oh.
Oh my god.
That's the real sunken treasure, Aquaman.
You son of a...
But this is actually a real treasure given the lack
like
of
this-
general food.
This is an
So we
insane
also
amount
have
of
this
value.
thing that is clearly not food that people can eat because it's Hostess Twinkie cakes. That is not a natural substance and there's...
And completely contains no nutritional value whatsoever.
Da 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 da.
My tail is a long jump to get to.
A long way to go.
I like the
sarcastic. Look, this has origins in comic books. You couldn't get through a comic book without a fucking Aquaman discovered sunken treasure Hostess Twinkie cake comic. And also, you're looking for basically Aquaman. So fuck you.
Well, we found his
Having
Twinkie
found
cakes.
the treasure, you leave.
Yes.
Wait,
right.
what? No.
Oh,
Oh no, that's where you wanted to check the smaller bodies of water.
Yes.
okay. You go to. Let's see. You can give me 4 checks.
3 or 4 of them,
We'll do.
yeah.
We'll do it with 4. I know there's more than 4.
There's
but
one-
you
there's
can, you
one
can
more
give me
down
4
the bottom.
checks. We'll try and move this along to the point where people are having fun.
20.
Nat 20 for threats.
Ah! Right. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
You don't think you find any?
Do I need to make more checks for the rest of them?
No. You do see some muggers, but just stay well away from a giant buffalo.
Fair.
26 for the second one.
You don't think you find what you're looking for?
Oh, that's better. 34 for the third one.
You find a rusty gun.
Yeah.
The one that got thrown at your face at some point and fell into the water.
And no, crit fail on the last check. So.
You get lost underwater. She doesn't come up. You can't find the surface anymore. You're going to run out of air. She's not come up on time. The buffalo dives into the water, forgetting to hold its breath because it's a buffalo. Splash! You're underwater now. And then take a lung full of water to resurface and get your breath back. This takes more time. Soviet begins to suffocate. You dive back into the water, this time as a reasonable form.
Yes. Eagle! No.
You see Soviet's legs kicking in the water. She's buried up to her waist in the silt on the bottom for no good reason.
Swim down.
Robin. Time of my life.
Well, I mean, these smaller lakes also weren't clean. These still have their original shitty water.
Dirtiness.
Yes.
I'll attempt to free her from the silt.
Okay, you grab her by the ankles and give a tug.
Start with that.
Strength check. You choose to resist the sudden
Nat
gravity.
20!
Never mind. You can't. Soviet emerges with a distinct boing.
Wait, still
Underwater! Race her to the surface. She's in a bubble dome. It doesn't matter. You breach the surface of the water. She's almost dead. With one punch, he smashes the ice stone. She gulps down air like it's come on a Tuesday. And it is a Tuesday, so...
Tuesday. Guess I'm going to Smars after this.
Oh, God.
How did you get buried in the
I got panicked when I didn't realise where up was. I got lost.
You got lost.
It's murky down there.
This is a thing that really can happen to people.
It is.
But you wouldn't know that. You're a desert dweller.
If you're smart enough to let some bubbles out.
Can't.
I can't without
Exactly.
reaching the... I mean, I know one of these other things...
The thing is,
you
ice
can
floats.
sometimes-
She could have just made some
Yes.
ice.
I know the other thing you
or
can
she
do is
could have
just...
pillared up.
You just let go and then naturally...
Yeah, but when you're panicking, you don't think
that's
of
the
that.
thing.
No, but if she pillared up, she could have dug herself down further.
No, that's not how pillaring works.
Aye.
It's a Minecraft reference.
But
Yeah, that's why I carry scaffolding. If I get lost, I know which way up is, even though the screen can only ever be orientated in one direction.
Well, did you see anything while you were down there?
No.
Well,
I believe there's more check on it. That was your last one.
Yeah.
Well, having fruitlessly searched, you head back to the
Well, I
back.
guess you see they're not here because he was never here, or he's not here because he's away.
Well, he'll probably be
but
back
you
for his hostess
stopped,
20
sir.
cakes.
But you stopped searching the big lake just after you found the vehicle. That was it. You didn't bother to continue searching the lake.
That was
I don't know how much of the lake we covered at that point, but...
I mean, you weren't done, but I wasn't going to say that.
Oh, okay. I assumed it was done.
Oh, no.
well, at least you can't get lost in this one. It's fairly clear.
What you should do is rustle one of the Twinkie cakes. You may appear.
You don't actually know they're his.
Are you kidding? He probably found the open treasure chest at the side of the lake. It's like,
Oh, no, they would have loaded that in the truck.
That's in the truck.
That's in the truck.
Too valuable.
Stuff my gob with those. No,
You are a food monster.
that ain't food.
You are a
Twinkie
substance
cakes.
monster now.
Oh well, I guess that was a bust.
But you can still go back to the big one, can't you?
What time is it?
I don't care.
But we need to know.
Like 10.
So the 4 hours isn't up yet. Still got
Still-
Just about.
Yeah. Go back to the big one and have some more searches in the other quadrants I haven't checked.
Help.
23.
Fail.
Do I need to keep rolling for threats or just roll off that 20 from earlier?
I think after the big escape thing, you do need to keep rolling now.
Why couldn't you be a 4? 15.
The only threat you see is that the Soviet might lose her direction and drown again, so it seems a little distracting.
32.
You don't think you find them.
32?
You don't see any threats that are actually going to threaten you.
29. Yeah, 29.
You don't find them. You think you've searched the lake by now.
Okay.
It's about time we go back.
Yeah, there aren't even any signs that he was here. Yes, it wasn't a...
Would he just be hanging out at the bottom of a lake? Like,
Well, I mean, it'd be hard to find you down here, and based on his profile, he really likes water, and there isn't a lot of water in Cold Rocks.
Based on his profile, he's probably hanging out in a bar.
Swimming pool. Swimming pools?
There are swimming pools, but
yeah, I built one for some orphans that one time.
I don't think he would just hang out unless there's an abandoned swimming pool.
Mini.
But that'd be more likely an underwater villain would be hanging out in there.
Abandoned swimming
I
pools.
don't want to think about an underwater villain.
Well, they'd have to go get a map and do some local knowledge checks and things like that.
Well, for now we have to go back to the base.
Yeah, we'll go back to the base for
They
now
were waterlogged.
and see how.
Oh, they weren't. They're eliminated.
I mean, I also did say they were useless.
We'll head back to
To
the
forestall the
base. He should be
business.
done, hopefully,
Just let them move on.
with his maybe. Hopefully done with.
Okay, so you poodle back to the base.
Yes.
And you have finished constructing the two... Well, I say you, but your minions have finished labouring away.
Very good.
The device will need to be plugged into like the cigarette lighter of a vehicle. So both of your vehicles will allow this. Or another power supply to externally supply it. And it does have a long cord. And this will detect yttrium up to 50 feet. And will be able to, because of the decay rate, will be able to follow a trail, therefore. And has a variable sort of strength indicator, so you can sort of know the freshness
Yep.
of the isotope. And these two folks walk in dripping wet.
I go and retrieve a towel.
The minion walks into the room, goes over to blow job.
Throw a second one. Although, you could just ice.
I can just absorb the water, yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, it's surprising you haven't just gone off of
If he
him,
wants to.
you
Too late.
greedy cow.
Too late now. Toweling right here.
You know, I could help with that.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine.
Something, something, nature, something, something, wisdom of the elders.
Yeah, spirits, something.
The device is ready!
How's it go? Oh, I assume that's it.
Of course it did. What else would it be?
I don't know. I don't know what a yttrium detector looks like.
This.
Well, that's good to know. You know, you could probably, just throwing this out here, drop back normal Xander.
Don't you want the rest of the tunnel done?
Well, we have alternate means of... What are you doing?
No. With us going out
dealing
into the
with
field,
that.
we may require a third member.
You know how to read it and how it works.
Yep. The drop form.
This one requires a check to drop with it.
Because he's been in it for so long, and he was in it yesterday as well.
Well, no, because it's been 4 hours
Yeah.
continuous, and I don't normally do
Thump.
long.
The sound of a brass-bound wooden chest hitting the ground out near the car park happens.
Oh, the Twinkies.
Sorry.
That's okay, you can't hurt a Twinkie.
You might want to put the Twinkies away, though.
They were trying to steal them, were they?
Just put
Yes.
them in the store.
Wait, what?
That's their job.
They're going to store them.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Well, that's fine. I'll go and I'll put them I don't know, on our
You
kitchen
okay?
bench.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've done a long stint in one
Should
game.
they be refrigerated?
No, they're fine.
You could let them go off at a nuclear bomb, they'll be fine afterwards.
You can refrigerate them, but Twinkies store at room temperature.
Yeah. We've got a freezer here too. It used to be full of ice cream.
Soviets hoard.
I gave it to all the kids. Or to their parents who used it for whatever means they wished to.
I beat my kid with it.
So it'd be interesting to hear what your perspective is on everything we told you, as opposed to your other persona's perspective.
Which parts? Sorry, it's
the help with the removal of the and relocation of the tunnel.
so he knows where the base is.
What
is
they
what
told him.
Telling him.
He already knew about that Skullduggery had a base out here somewhere,
And then it
and
connected
about
to
the
the
tunnels,
city.
but he
How
didn't.
does he know that Skullduggery had a base out here?
Nothing, get back to your turnips.
I'm not sure, but he was willing to help, and I thought this might remove the strain from you
Yeah,
should an emergency happen.
I just
that's why we did it, because we know we can trust him, and he's actually
Traded
got the
something of
names.
value for both
oh no, it's
the materials.
sorry, I forgot that he knows that you're.
And he presumably knows about me as well.
He doesn't know about
I told
yours.
Catherine last time we were there, and she told him.
Yes. So you got the stuff.
Oh, he knew about the Black Rose as well.
Yes.
He has some kind of protocol to defend the Spire from them.
Yeah, he enacted it as soon as we brought up the fact that they were operating in Cold Rocks now.
So did you ask for any information on them?
Of course they didn't.
He didn't
He
know
didn't-
anything about the name,
Yeah,
which I brought up.
He may not know that name, but it might be a code name for something else. Does he know anything? I mean, we don't even know what this group is. If he's had exposure to this group somehow,
Well, yeah, we didn't ask, but we said something weird when we first
he
brought
went
it up.
all
That,
introspective and
that
distant.
wasn't a name he would hear of for quite some time.
I don't know
Not
what
has
that
heard
means.
for quite some time. Would hear
Right.
of.
Do I have to?
That's
Yep,
very
you
specific.
do.
Sounds like something Thomas would say.
oh, you fucking lucky! Yes, she got it. She rolled a 20 on that one.
20.
Yeah,
And you have a
I have
British
banked
version.
20 to force you to do it, though. Oh, you rolled a 20.
Yes.
No, I'm not going to undo that.
Her boyfriend comes from the future.
Much like our
So-
We
friend?
don't know that.
Oh.
We don't know that, though.
Right, so dropping all suspicion, you move on.
Yep.
But we have these detectors now, so
Yes, just plug them into a cigarette lighter and they should go.
Or alternate castles?
we would need to modify something. I think they're designed for the.
I'm guessing they got the cigarette lighter actual.
Yeah. I mean, I can put it into just about anything as long as it's a battery that runs at 12 volts. It doesn't matter.
So
The
it
vehicle's
takes
more
50
convenient
feet.
anyway.
That's exactly right. It takes 50 feet and it can follow a trail. We better get one of these to Mr. X before the drop off. So we'll do that on the way through and then we can.
Well, it's, normally 11
Yeah.
PM is our normal.
You arrive at the park. Who's making the drop? Okay. Russian whore. You pick up the case, with the thing in it, and you approach the fountain as usual. There are a number of people around. There's a young jogger tying his shoes there. There's a dog walker over there. There's a clearly elderly woman in a black dressing gown who is not just a 30-year-old man in a bad wig in his own dressing gown.
I will go and take a seat beside a aforementioned ordinary old woman.
That's the problem with your young generation today. Can't stay on your feet, you're too lazy. I blame television, or radio, some form of broadcasting.
A lot of people these days are blaming video games.
I don't know what those are, and I don't need to know.
How was your night?
My night's still in progress. Can't sleep because of the numerous old person afflictions. Young people staying up playing video games that I can't abide in the lounge. Commenting about comic books all the time. Getting sassy to their fat grandma when she says, "Put your video games and comic books down and go to bed. You're early to bed, early to rise. Makes the sassy mouth less potty mouth."
And, I have some earmuffs here. I was going to take them to my sick grandma, who also suffers from your problems, but you sound like you're in more dire need of them than me.
Young lady, you saved yourself a whooping. You're definitely more deserving of fat grandma's flapjacks when food becomes available. I thank you for your kindly gift of earmuffs that come in a strangely large case.
Cough.
You say cough. I want to get that scene too. Take a teaspoonful of fat grandma's patented syrup. It tastes like death.
Green.
That'll healthen you up and also rebalance your bodily humors.
Smooth.
Nice. Well, just remember, it's like they said. A sassy mouth may sound pleasing to the idiot now, but it only lands them in a whole world of trouble. Easily picks up case and crones off.
That was a sentence someone should tell Derek.
Let me just award the fat grandma hero points to me. Here we go.
Holy crap, the last time I saw something turn that green, it was my fluffles.
Soviet uses hydro.
Let's
So-
go.
Out the window.
Have to keep it down.
So what are you doing now? Things? Something? Anything?
Yep.
We're going to use the yttrium detector we have, right?
Where are you using it?
So for the first thing we'll do is we'll get on the motorway and use it on the motorway from one end to the other.
Okay, it does actually require a technology roll to use. You're driving, I assume.
Yes.
34.
Big truck.
Big.
Okay, so you've got it plugged into the thing and you've got it hanging outside the vehicle? Like you're using it outside the vehicle, or are you keeping it inside the vehicle?
No, because I don't know how much the vehicle would stop it, because I need the
You do detect some yttrium down near the Draketon. Oh, well, Draketon doesn't have an on-ramp anymore. It will be the Ruby Crystals of Burma museum.
Of course.
Okay. Do you wish to follow the trail?
We will. It's first thing we found. We will follow the trail.
Okay, and you are looking for high concentrations or just any
Yeah.
trace?
Any trace at the moment, but I would like
Okay,
to.
so every single building you pass has a slight trace.
Okay, then looking for strong.
Okay. Give me another team number.
Gain 34.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and you follow it. It's getting stronger and stronger as you follow it. And you head into that district that's not Ramiro, but it's right above it. I think it might be Krendor.
Krendor.
And it seems to come up on... There's actually a big semi-tractor that looks like it's hauling a full-size trailer, and it's come to a stop in the middle of the road. And it looks like there's a crater in the road, and its wheel is blown off. And there's, gang members all around it.
Right, well,
There are two groups facing off alongside it. One side is dressed almost completely in black, with only a few flashes of colour on their hands and costumes. The opposing team looks more like a street gang. Its members are sporting green t-shirts and headbands. Some of them have sleeveless long leather jackets. They're carrying sort of makeshift weapons like lead pipes, cricket bats, that sort of thing. All except for a woman in a tiny pair of shorts and an even ridiculously tinier top, who appears to be slung with ammo belts and is carrying some kind of still smoking launcher.
seen her before or not?
Give me a police or streetwise check.
I don't have either of them.
They'll make streetwise. I can see from the cab as well. 24.
This would appear to match the description of Rogue Element Ballista.
Couldn't be Derek who found her.
She drops the launcher with a clang as the two forces close in and they begin fighting each other.
So, is this detector picking up from the container, or it seems to
The
be...
truck trailer appears to be very yttrium heavy.